Live again.
Here we are.
Oh, it's so good to be back. Hello, everybody out there in Instagram and Facebook land. It's Tuesday or Thursday night.
We need some diction exercises.
I know. And I just realized as I just said that Tuesday night, it's also Tuesday Night Live because it's football now. It's Thursday night. Forgive me, Thursday night. So it's football tonight too. So I'm in sync with my.
We love
NFL.
You, NFL.
Thank you, NFL.
We just need to be with you.
Yes, yes. Well, welcome everybody. Again, I'm Dean Nixon with Turningleaf Wellness Center, and this is Kate
Semmens
with Turningleaf Wellness Center. She also is working so hard and diligently with other programs and working with the youth. I'm so proud of her. So we're excited to get back to you tonight and get into a next installment of things to talk about.
Yes, which we have. P.S. We've got unlimited amount of material, so don't worry, we're not going anywhere. And hey, Rosie Bud. We're coming at you live from St. George, Utah.
Yes.
Sunny St. George.
Sunny St. George. And it's so great to see everybody that's already, people are starting to join in both venues. It's good to see you both, and all of you, I should say. So as we get started tonight.
Well, the discussion we were having is a while ago we did a video about anxiety and depression and kind of how to manage that. And so the conversation that Dean and I started to have centers around how to stay in the now, which is kind of always the goal, because we talked about in that video how we experience anxieties when we like jump forward into the future, right? We just like don't know what's going to happen, and we start to let our imagination run away with us. And then likewise, typically we experience some depression because we're spending too much time in the past and mulling over what we should have done better, or if only, and what ifs, and all those kinds of things. So then my question to Dean was, so how do we stay in the now? Like if that's the healthy place to be, how on earth can we stay there?
It is a continual practice. It's something that we continually work on. And before I start, I want to preface it with simply this. It's a process. It's a process that we have to work on consistently as we progress in our lives. Because the first thing we have to comprehend is this piece. Every moment is a new moment. So the moment that we're in right here is not like the other moments we've been in. So the lives that we're doing tonight it's similar to, but not the same as the lives that we've done other nights. Right. So we have to first start with the understanding that every moment is a new moment. And once we can accept that every moment is a new moment, then we have to start to accept that we've never been here before. We have to really start to digest. I've never been here before. I've never been in this environment before. Now, we as human beings, our brains are consistently working to try and minimize risk. And not just healthy risk, but all risk, like unhealthy risk, anything that promotes discomfort. Right. Because we want to avoid discomfort.
Is that like part of our fight or flight trigger system?
Yes.
Is that avoiding the risk?
It's organically wired in us. That's why we're still a species around and we haven't gone extinct. And it's a survival piece for us. So we work to survive. We work to avoid pain. We work to avoid discomfort. So if first thing we understand is that this is a new moment, the second thing I accept is I've never been in this moment before. The third thing I accept is I am programmed to look for pain and perceive pain and discomfort and avoid it.
Okay.
So follow me?
Yep.
So now what I start to understand is that my brain is always pulling on the past for data and resources and information of, oh, these are all the ways you've been hurt. These are all the people that have hurt you. These are the things that have happened. These are the mistakes that you made, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why we live in the past, because we believe that living in those experiences, living in that pain, living in that hurt, remembering that stuff keeps us safe in the moment we're in.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And the problem is it makes the moment we're in unsafe. It's counterintuitive, but it's true. So then what we do is we use the past to try and navigate the future, all being in the same period of time. We're consistently just perusing the future, looking for threats. We're referring to the past for where threats might be.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, we're never in the moment we're in.
Right.
And that's the third, is that the third or fourth? The third or fourth thing that we have to remember is that the first piece is that everything's a new moment. I've never been in this moment before. I am wired to avoid discomfort. I'm wired to avoid pain. And then I pull on the past and pull on the future and peruse the future, looking to minimize that pain and discomfort.
Something that's a little off topic at the moment, but just really resonating in me right now is that if everyone is literally experiencing this moment for the very first time and we have no idea what's going to happen or even how to proceed forward, right? Like we're always like, fake it till you make it. That puts us all on the same playing field.
Yes.
Like that is super powerful.
Yes.
Like you look at people that you think, oh, they've got it together, or they don't have, you know what I mean? Like all the judgments that we do,
Mm-hmm.
but really all anyone has is the right now.
The moment we're in.
That's powerful to me.
The cool part, here's a real mind bender for me. Like the two most powerful moments for me are when people's minds are in the same space. And there's two moments that I've experienced that it happens. There's many, many more, but the two that seem to resonate or stick out the most is this. Check this out. When a movie starts, you're sitting in the theater and everybody's mind is boom, you're there. Everybody's in that same space, right? And when a plane takes off and lands, everybody's brain is essentially in the same space at that same moment. And it's so cool because we're really pulling into it. Now there are other moments and you can feel it.
Yeah.
And that's the neat part is that the more that people are in the moment, you can actually feel it. Like if you ever go to like a sporting event and you'll see like everybody stand up and they'll sing the national anthem, right?
Right.
And you just feel this energy and you're just welling up with tears. You're just like, what the heck? I mean, this is a cool song and everything. And this is a cool place, but we really are all in that emotionally and mentally in that same space. So adding to your side note, yeah, we are all in that same space. We all hold that same space, but we all hold that space differently. And the reason we hold that space differently is because of our beliefs of the past and our fears of the future make it so that we experience those moments differently.
Okay, so then the question still stands as how do we stay in the now?
Yes, yes. So the way that we stay in the now is we start to accept those things and we start to be okay with those things. So when we start to get afraid and we start, oh no, what the anxiety, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? We go, oh, wait a minute. This is a natural feeling. This is normal. Most people, what do they say? What's
wrong with me?
What's wrong with me? What's wrong?
Why can't I figure this out?
I'm always anxious.
Yeah.
I'm always stressed. And that's one of the first things we have to stop doing. The first thing we have to stop doing is stop thinking, what's wrong with me? We have to embrace and go, okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm feeling anxiety. I'm feeling stress right now. It's a human experience. It's a human condition. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to step back from the ledge and I'm going to recognize that that's okay.
Offer yourself some kindness.
Offer some kind words.
Yes.
The second thing is we're going to lean into the coping skill of focus.
Okay.
So one of the things that I was working with a client with this week is the client was talking to me about, I'm always trying to replace. So if I think a negative thought, I replace it with positive thoughts. And that is a technique, but a more effective technique is to refocus instead of replace.
I was thinking it could also be a full-time job.
It can. Yeah, especially if
Some
you really
days.
get into those negative spaces and all day you're just like, what can I even replace this with? I've used everything else.
Yeah.
So, but if we refocus, so instead of replace, we refocus. So in that moment, we start to feel the anxiety. We take a deep breath. We go, okay, this is okay. And then we refocus into a space that we're in currently. So we start to pull ourselves into where we are. As I referred to in other episodes, is we take our shoes off, we walk on the carpet and feel it in our toes. We step out, we feel the cool breeze in our face. We start to talk to another individual. We feel things, we touch things, and those things help us resonate and bring us into our bodies rather than up in our fear brain. We come down into our body instead of the fear brain. And when we can do that and start to really ground, and I've seen people use a lot of different techniques. They've had a touch, or stones they'll carry in their pocket, or fabric. They'll have different things that they'll do to refocus their energy into the moment they're in, and then really start to focus on, am I safe right now?
Got it.
And if we can really ask ourselves, am I safe right now? Like right now, are you safe?
Yeah.
You're safe.
Feel pretty
and
safe.
Everybody sitting out there watching, ask yourself right now, am I safe? And the only thing that's causing you to be unsafe is what's up in here that you're allowing yourself to think about and to feel. And so if we step back and go, okay, well, right now I'm okay. We create a little bit of space. That little bit of space can grow the more we do it. And we continue to practice that type of grounding exercise. And there's so many more that we can teach. There's so many more that I can teach you, but that's one of the best ones that we can do. Then what we do with the past is we have to recognize, yes, past, I can use you as a reference, but I can't use you as a map.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And that's what we have to remember, those of you watching, is the past is not a map. The past is a reference. And when we try to use the past as a map, we run into trouble. We start to think, oh, well, I'm on the same path. I'm on the same road. I'm doing the same mistake. I'm going backwards. And all of those things just aren't true.
So using it as a reference, then how does that look?
Well, we focus on what we learned.
Okay.
So in other words, when we have experiences, traumatic or successful, we don't hunker down in them as truth, because they were true then, because they were that
moment,
right?
Which is not this moment.
Exactly.
Aha.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's not this moment. And if it's not this moment, then how can that be a truth in this moment?
Right.
It was true for what happened then, and that did happen, but whether it was traumatic or successful or whatever, we use it as a reference and we say, what did I learn?
Okay.
And then I use that knowledge as a reference point to move myself forward.
I really love that. So to review, accept
that
this
that
is
you're
new.
panicking. It's accept that you're in anxiety. Accept that you're depressed. Accept it and go, okay, this is human. Now, and I do want to say, acceptance doesn't mean moving in, right? It's not like, all right, here I am.
Just
it's the way I'm gonna be. We don't go there. That's not acceptance by any stretch of the imagination. This is all about accepting of, okay, I'm human and I'm experiencing a human thing. Now what am I going to do about it?
And then so you can draw on your past for learning.
Right, as a reference, but not a map.
Not as a map.
Right.
And then ground in the now.
Ground in the
now. By
now.
doing any of the techniques that you know work for you. And I guess if you need new ones, we got life coaches.
I got 100 of them.
Around here. So.
Yeah. Got a lot of techniques, and we got life coaches that can help, and therapists that can help. There's so many opportunities, and this is such an important thing for us right now. We are in the month of October, and coming out of September, where we were very aware of suicide.
Right.
We're very aware of what was going on during, where that was a big month for us in September of awareness. And going into the holidays, we need to start to be aware that this stress and anxiety, they're moments that we get into. We get overwhelmed, we get depressed, and these are all moments. They're only momentary. Things do get better. I love the philosophy of Zen. You're always hearing me preach it. I love Zen. It's not a religion. It's a philosophy. It's a way. It complements any spirituality that you have. But in Zen, one of the Zen quotes is, "No storm lasts forever. All storms end. Every season ends, as to our trials." So every trial we're in, it will end. We just have to be able to move through it. And that's one of the things that we really have to focus on in order to deal with that anxiety and that stress and depression and stress.
Mm-hmm. Well, wow. I don't know about you guys, but I learned a lot tonight. So I'm grateful for that. Thanks, Dean.
You're more than welcome. Thank you for the great questions.
Always got questions.
Well, thank you for the comments. It looks like Rosie said, thank you for focusing. The focus reminder, I needed that today. Thank you.
Cater fantastic.
You cater
Thanks,
fantastic.
Rosie,
Thank you. And again, everybody that's joining, it looks like, we've got a lot of viewers. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we will look forward to seeing you on
Monday Night Live.
Monday Night Live.
Until then, 2 quick reminders. First, we do have another Level 1 seminar next weekend. It's not too late to sign up. Call us.
435-652-1202, or you can go to the website turningleafwellnesscenter.com or deannixon.com.
To sign up for that event. We would love to be able to experience you in person and get you started on your personal development journey. The seminar process, the personal development seminars, is a 4-stage process. And so over the next couple of months, we're actually hitting all 4 of them.
Yeah.
We go 1, 4, 2, 3, I think is what we're doing.
3,
2.
2.
So it's kind of like not in order, but we're hopefully going to catch a lot of people here at the end of the year and keep you moving forward.
That's the key.
That's the goal. And so come join us. We would love it. And
we have a parenting workshop coming up in, I believe it is the 1st of December as well. That just comes so fast. It's crazy.
We're getting Twisted Noodle again.
Yes.
So that'll be awesome.
Which did a phenomenal job. And again, thank you, Cam and the crew. You guys are amazing.
So there's lots of ways for us to be able to connect with you and you to be able to connect with us. As always, we'll be here Monday Night Live. Like and share this if you know people in your life that need this information so that we can reach more people. And we just love and appreciate all of your support.
Yes. It's awesome.
Yep. Have a great weekend, you guys.
Thank you, Kate the Great. We'll see you.
Bye.